welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a top 10 places that I've been. So a bit of a backstory, a few years ago me and my fiance decided that we would go somewhere new each time we went on holiday, and we've just been hammering the holidays before we settle down. If you want to find out my 10 favourite places in the world, then keep on watching. And also, if you do me a huge favour and subscribe to my channel down below and give me a thumbs up, that would be much appreciated. So, number 10 is Dublin in Ireland. So I actually went here with my best friend a couple of years back now, and we had an absolute blast, mainly because of the nightlife. You can see why Dublin is so good for hen and stag do's, because basically there's an area called Temple Bar. We actually stayed in Temple Bar in an Airbnb, and there's the pub, which is the Temple Bar also, and they have acoustic acts on day and night, and that's in every pub in that area, and you've just got the pub packed to the rafters with people chanting Oasis and I Would Walk 500 Miles and Tenacious D, and basically just having an absolute ball. We drank loads of beer and everyone's so friendly, they look after you and they're just up for a laugh, so it's just an awesome place. So Dublin is number 10. Number 9 is Rome in Italy. Now we stayed at the Lagoon Roma M Gallery collection, which is a funny name, but it's actually Audrey Hepburn themed, and it also has a Vespa in the lobby, so that's pretty cool. And that's on the main street, which is National Street, so that's a really good hotel to stay in. It's got a nice rooftop terrace overlooking the city where you have breakfast. The best thing we did in Rome was the segways. So hire 2 segways and a tour guide to take you around Rome, and it is the best. You see Rome in a day, it's perfect. We went through the Trevi fountain on these segways and people were jumping out of the way, so you could just get straight to the fountain. It was amazing. The Colosseum, absolutely beautiful. Always get a tour for the Colosseum because you find out about all the gladiators and it's just amazing history. And yeah, Rome's just so romantic to walk around at night, around the cobbles, and just eat some fresh Italian food. The pizza was good, the pasta was amazing. So that is number 9. Number 8 is Ibiza. Now this really surprised me because it was so beautiful and I just wasn't expecting it. You get this picture in your head of everyone getting drunk, the fact that it might be dirty, that it's like just mega busy and not very nice. If you stay right outside of the centre, it's called Santa Eulalia, and it's beautiful. The crystal clear blue waters, the hotels are stunning, the service is great, and Nikki Beach was our favourite activity here. So it's a beach club, but it's not like Ocean Beach, it's way more chilled, but they still throw in some exciting bits of the day. So they're playing loads of music and they're coming out and giving shots and things to you, but it's no way near as crazy as the other beach clubs, so we absolutely love Nikki Beach. Actually spotted Emma Willis in an Asian restaurant, so that was really cool. She looks stunning as ever. And the only downfall of Ibiza is the actual party centre of it all. So we tried going for a night out there and we gave up after about 5 minutes because we were being offered drugs all the time, and yeah, it was pretty stinky, so don't do that. Unless you're on a stag and hen do, then just leave that out and just skip that bit. Number 7 is Paris in France. Now, I went on a school trip when I was 12 to Paris, hated it, thought it looked boring, there was nothing good to look at, but I was 12, so I went again with my fiance. He took me for my birthday and we went to Disneyland, and I'm an absolute Disney fan till I die, so it was just beautiful. I love Disneyland, and the rides were actually pretty good. Like, they were like Alton Towers standard, which I love Nemesis, I love Air. The rides at Alton Towers are legendary. Obviously it's on a smaller scale, Disneyland, but when you can fly an hour to Paris and see a mini Disneyland, it's better than nothing, so it was really good. We also visited the Moulin Rouge in the centre of Paris, and that was really good. The outfits are amazing and the circus acts are incredible. The Eiffel Tower, so grand, so beautiful. We ate on the 2nd floor, I think. The restaurant food wasn't that good, but the view was stunning, that's what you pay for. And the Louvre Museum, of course, with Mona Lisa. That is extremely underwhelming. I actually went there because Beyonce and Jay-Z filmed a music video there, so full of history. They've actually got a guide on how to go around the spots where they filmed the music video. But yeah, Paris is beautifully romantic and I get why people love it so much there. Number 6 is Dubai, and this is the place where I have the most to say about it because we had so much to do. The first thing that hits you when you get off the plane, everything's brand new, everything's modern, the buildings are futuristic, and me and my fiance Joe love modern. That's our favourite type of hotel room, and we prefer everything like that rather than traditional, so Dubai was perfect for us. We stayed at La Royal Meridian in Jumeirah Beach, which is like a really good central location, and the activities we did were incredible. So we went jetboarding in the sea, we had dinner in the sky, which is an actual table lifted up by a crane with 10 or 12 of you on there, so that was really cool. Afternoon tea at the Burj Al Arab, which is the 7-star hotel. I think it's the only 7-star hotel in the world maybe, and we went to the top there. The views are spectacular up there. You get a whole view of the Palm. Also the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world. The views were beautiful. Go at sunset for that one, it's pretty. We also did a desert safari, which is where you go out in Range Rovers and you go dune bashing. You have a falconry experience. You have Arabian dinner under the stars by an oasis. It's just stuff that dreams are made of, so you have to do the desert safari if you go out there. Also, the freshest food we've ever had in our life. I've heard that they get some big fines if the food is like 1 day old in the kitchen. So we had the best sushi there and it was just an incredible experience. Number 5 is Split in Croatia. Now, this took me by surprise. My friend said, can we go here with our partners? So I went along, and it is just like Italy. It's absolutely beautiful. Everything's been preserved. It's so historic, and they've got little shops built into all of the original buildings, so it's so cool to walk around at night. And one night we were walking in the square, and there was a guy playing acoustic guitar, and it was just beautiful. Absolutely, I got emotional. It was that pretty, so I loved Croatia. Also, we went on like a booze cruise to an island which is called Hvar, which is where Game of Thrones was filmed, so that was really good, and they kept the beer going all day. Like, there was no scrimping on beer, like as much as you wanted, and then they stopped and you could jump in, so that was amazing. Also, Kraka National Park, I think that's how you say it, they're waterfalls and it's just magical, absolutely stunning. So that was Split in Croatia. I'll probably end up going to Dubrovnik sometime soon because it was that good. Number 4 is the Amalfi Coast in Italy, and this is number 4 because there's so many small towns to visit in this area. We stayed in 2 places in the Amalfi Coast. The first one was Monastera Santa Rosa in Amalfi, and this is an old nuns monastery looking over a cliff. So at first I was like, not sure if I'm gonna like this, and it was one of the best hotels I've ever stayed in. Absolutely grand as anything, loved it. We went on a boat trip and we visited Positano, which is a town with multicoloured buildings, and it's a bit of a trek uphill, but it's such a pretty, like, unique town. Also Capri, we then stayed in Capri at Capri Palace, and I was so excited about this because Kourtney Kardashian had stayed there a year ago, and I love the Kardashians. So that was a really, really nice hotel, and that hotel can take you to the Blue Lagoon, and the sun lights up all of the water and makes it look like bright, bright blue. But the water in general is just so clear and beautiful. There's thousands of jellyfish though, so you do have to be careful. We hired a scooter around Capri, which was one of the highlights. The food was just out of this world, even better than Rome. Really fresh pizzas. Oh, the pizzas, they just literally have mozzarella, tomato paste and basil, and it's just divine. So I've got a thing for margarita now when I order a pizza at home. Capri is also a celeb haunt, but unfortunately I didn't see any. But George Clooney and Mariah Carey and people like that have homes there, and I just came home ranting and raving about this place. I loved it, so make sure you go to the Amalfi Coast. Nearly there now. Number 3 is Reykjavik in Iceland. Reykjavik, not sure how you say it. I took Joe here for his birthday. I thought, I'm not gonna like this because I hate the cold, so I took so many thermals. I really wrapped up in hiking boots and fleeces, and I've never been so hot in my life. I really wrapped up. I loved it. It was absolutely unbelievable. The scenery is like nothing in this world. We went to the volcano that had the ash cloud and cancelled all the flights back in 2010, I think. It was just like there was nobody else there when we went, and it was just incredible just to be there in this eerie kind of vast space. Waterfalls, the biggest I've ever seen. The glacier, you can actually go into a glacier right underground, take steps inside this glacier in the middle of like the snow desert, so that was really cool. And they've got like a church down there where you can get married. Like, it's like, what? And there's natural spas, which were beautiful. I didn't bother with the Blue Lagoon, you know, the fake lagoon that they pretend is real, so we went to the actual real spas instead. And then the food, we had like so many tasting menus because we wanted to taste all of the delicacies. So they have puffin, minke whale, horse, and of course rotten shark Fermented shark is a delicacy in Iceland. We tried the tiniest bit because it is absolutely gross. It stinks. I want to go to Norway next to explore a similar country. So yeah, loved it. Number 2 is New York in the USA. I've been here 3 times because it's so magical. It is just like being in a movie. I first went on a school trip and it just stole my heart. The billboards and just Broadway. Oh, it's just mind-blowing. I went to see Aladdin on Broadway, Chicago. Joe took me the second time and ended up loving it more than I do. I recommend that you stay in either the Renaissance Hotel in Times Square or the Knickerbocker. Those are both really good hotels. The Statue of Liberty, Empire State, Rockefeller. You can ice skate at Rockefeller in the winter. There's just so many activities, it's endless, really. The only thing that gets me is the walking. There's a lot of walking and it's exhausting. But apart from that, oh, beautiful. And also, my fiance proposed to me in Central Park in December. So yeah, it's a special place in my heart. Okay, we are here. Number 1 is Mexico in South America. We went to the Riviera Maya, which is just outside of Cancun, and the best part of Mexico is the adventure parks, and this is what really gets me. When I go on holiday, I don't like to lie there and do nothing anymore. I don't like to sunbathe. I would rather get out and do something that at the end of the day makes you go, wow, that was such a good day. So they've got parks like Explore, Xcaret, and there's another one I can't remember the name of, which is like a canal boat going through a canal, and then they've got like a mariachi band on a different boat playing you music while they pour tequila down your neck, and you end up just dancing on a boat all night. It's so cool. At Explore, we did zip lining into a waterfall and into a cave. How cool is that? There's also hammocks going into the waterfall, into the cave on a zip wire. You can drive buggies through the jungle. You can scuba dive there. You can swim with sharks. We swam with sharks there. There's this giant speedboat with 20 people on that just rides waves and you have to scream if you want to go faster. We went on a fishing trip and we caught a fish, took it back to the hotel and they cooked it for us for dinner. Need I say more? We stayed at Secrets Maroma, which is on Maroma Beach, which is considered one of the best in the world. So that's a good beach to visit. You can go whale watching there, but it was not the right time of the year for us. But the number 1 best thing about Mexico is Coco Bongo. I don't know if anyone's been. The name is taken from the Mask movie. I love The Mask, Jim Carrey. It's basically a nightclub and a show at the same time, but the show is like musicals, so you've got like Moulin Rouge, Chicago, and then they'll throw in some Spider-Man, and then they'll throw in like Pirates of the Caribbean, and you've got like Spider-Man launching from a rope into the audience and having battles with Batman. I can't remember, it was crazy. And it goes on till 4 AM. We were really jet lagged, but I was like, I don't care, bring the Red Bulls. Like, I love this night. I'm absolutely loving life. So yeah, Coco Bongo made my life. Hope I've covered everything there. Please let me know down below which is your favourite place to visit in the world. And yeah, I hope this helped in some way of deciding where to go on your holidays. Thanks for watching.